Hello, everyone, and welcome to Deaconess Sports Park in Evansville, Indiana, for a college softball doubleheader today, as your Oakland City University Mighty Oaks is taking on Taylor University. I'm Walt Ferber, producer-director David Hose, and it's a windy, kind of blustery day, but when you play softball in February, that is what you have many times. I had a chance before we got going today to sit down and chat with McKendry Ward, the head softball coach at Oakland City University, and here is that conversation. Coach, it is always a pleasure. And that's how you get to be an old farm like these seasons are rolling along. Our next to last game. And I tell you what, I've been very impressed by the team, and I've been very impressed by the way that you and Gabby as the coaches have handled the team. And I know I'm not the sharpest stick in the pile, but I see progression.
Yeah, absolutely. We've definitely made a lot of progress throughout the season.
Coaching is always a pleasure, and it is good to be back and playing some softball. I enjoyed our first season a great deal, and I go, no, you guys are pretty much loaded for bear and ready to go.
Yes, we're super excited, especially to be outside in February, because that doesn't normally happen, but we're really looking forward to getting in full swing and kind of seeing what we got.
Now, this is something that I've become accustomed to since I joined you guys a few years back. I've done a lot of baseball in the past, but I've done baseball and softball both, but I've never done softball in February before. And I know that when you're preparing for the start of the season, we're not in Florida. Now, you do get to start the season a little bit on the road in warmer climes, but we play in some pretty cold temperatures.
Yeah, it's pretty cold. We're just happy the sun's out today, so we got a little lucky with that. But yeah, normally we don't get to play these February games, so we're super excited to be able to get some games in before we head down to Florida.
And I certainly love our home field at EGSL, but we are very fortunate. We started my first two was at the new complex down in Henderson. Well, we are going to get back with that at the inning's end as we're going to get started a little bit early, as it is Morgan Sonner in the circle for Oakland City University here in game one today. As for Taylor, that's a strike. We have Madison Standridge, the third baseman, Lizzie Cinders, the pitcher, and Grace Mullins, the DP. Here in the top half of the first inning. That's low and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. That's a strike on the outside corner, and that will even up the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a foul tip, and that's going to roll. Okay. Well, it is going to be the runner at first base is going to be Standridge, so 1 on. And nobody out for Taylor here on the top half of the first inning. As Cinders steps in, the first pitch is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Sonner is 0-0 with a 2.63 ERA. Third appearance. That just misses. 5 in the third inning, 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, no walks, a 273 batting average against, and 1 wild pitch. That is a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Wide of the 2-1. Takes a little something off that one. Defense for Oakland City. Jordan Buford at first, Manny Rhodes the second baseman, Lexi Anya at the shortstop. Hannah Whistle is at third. That's hit to first. Throw to second is going to be dropped, and everybody is safe. So Standridge goes to second. Cinders goes to first. And in a situation that should be probably 2 outs and nobody on, it is 2 on and nobody out as Taylor threatening here on the top half of the first. Anyway, left to right, Casey Woods in left, Kinsley Heichelbeck in center, and Grace Butchers in right. Hallie McCracken behind the plate in the circle, Morgan Sonner. Grace Mullins, the DP up. That's high and outside. A kind of weird day. And misses high and outside. The temperatures aren't bad. Here in southwest Indiana, it was actually 61 degrees right after midnight tonight. The temperature's not that bad. That swung on and missed. But the wind is gusting up to 40 miles per hour today, which has made the wind chill just a tad on the chilly side. Mullins, the DP, the leading hitter on Taylor at 429. Three balls and 2 strikes, the count. Fouled out of play. Mullins, a junior out of Everett, Washington, a sophomore. Pardon me, a junior. That's ball 4. The bases are full with nobody out here in the top half of the first inning. McCreary, the right fielder, will take the first pitch, low and outside. He's a senior out of North Vernon, Indiana, out of Jennings County High School. That hits the outside corner for a strike. Foul down the third baseline. McCreary hitting at 273. Four hits, 11 at bats, 2 runs scored. No homers, 3 runs batted in. Now that's going to be all for her. Strike 3 will be the first strikeout of the ball game for Sonner. It is the second. That's fouled out of play because Standridge was actually ruled a strikeout and she reached first with the errant throw. That is a ball. Browning at 333. High hopper to second. Has to go to first. And it's a 1-0 ball game. Everybody's safe. Browning is on at first base. Scoring is Standridge. Browning is on at first, and Everman takes the first pitch for a strike. Everman at 273. That's into left center field. That's a base hit. 1 run scores. 2 run scores, and it's 3-0 as Everman knocks in 2. Cinder scores from third base. Mullen scores from second. Going to second base is Browning, and on at first is Everman. That will bring up Addison Messer, hitting at 154. Fouled and out of play. 2 strikes the count. Messer, a freshman out of Charleston, Indiana, played softball at Silver Creek High School with the Silver Creek Dragon. That's in the turf. Throw back to second, and just getting back to second base is Browning. 1 out here in the top half of the first. Taylor has grabbed an early lead. Swing and a miss. And that is the 3rd strikeout of the inning for Sonner. Number 8 hitter is coming up. That is Madden Morris, sophomore out of Leo, Indiana. And that is a strike. So if Moore would strike out here, Sonner would actually get 4 strikeouts in the first inning. It's outside. And it's a strike right at the knees. 1-2 the count with 2 down. Call 3rd strike. Certainly a record out there somewhere. 4 strikeouts at the top of the first. But Taylor ends up with 3 runs, and after 1/2 inning of play, it is Taylor 3 and Oakland City University nothing. We're going to continue now with our interview with Oakland City University head coach McKendry Ward. We have some pretty doggone good alternatives.
Yes, we're very fortunate to be able to still have home games in Evansville, so it's only a little bit away. We love the turf, so we're super excited we're here.
Now, a great year last year, and I'm looking, we got some new faces, and I talked to you a little bit in the offseason. You had a great season in recruiting.
Thank you. Yeah, we're really excited about the new ones we brought in. We have a really strong senior presence this year, and so they're being great leaders, and just bringing in some new faces to add on to that. We're really excited to see how this goes.
Taylor today, Taylor University, another tough opponent.
Yes, they've been pretty good in the past, so we're excited. I know that they kind of just started their season too, so we're excited to see how today goes.
Well, I always love being here with you guys. It's a great day for softball. Who will go with on the circle in game 1 and tentatively in game 2?
So our starter for game 1 is going to be Morgan Sonner, and then Paige McDaniel is going to be the relief, and then game 2, Morgan Burgess is going to be our starter, and Grace Butcher is going to be our relief.
It is always a pleasure. I'm ready for some softball too, so certainly best of luck today.
Thank you so much.
McKendry Ward, the head coach of Oakland City University. Little hole to climb out of for the Oaks here, as it's going to be Kinsley Heichelbeck, the center fielder, stepping in, followed by Lexi Anya, the shortstop, and Hallie McCracken, the catcher. And that is a ball, 1 ball, and no strikes. Heichelbeck at 333. 5 hits, 15 at bats, 3 runs scored, a homer, 2 runs batted in. That's in the air to right center field. And that's going to go over the center fielder Kitchen's head. And Heichelbeck will start off the home half of the first with a leadoff double. So Heichelbeck with good speed on at second base. And that will bring up Lexi Onyet, the shortstop. Onyet off to a good start, hitting .400. 6 hits, 15 at bats, 3 runs scored, no homers, 3 runs batted in. Oaks hitting .274 as a team. Gets a pretty good bunt down to throw to first. Gets away from the third baseman, and we're going to have Heichelbeck score. As it is a 3-1 game. As you got to give Onyet credit for getting a good bunt down. So we've seen some offense flashed by both teams here in the first inning. It'll bring a conference to the circle. Grace Glidewell, the coach at Taylor. Matt Glidewell, the assistant. There's nobody out, and you got Onyet on at first. Hallie McCracken will step in. She's hitting at .214, but she hit a lot better than that last year for Oakland City, so they're expecting big things for her again this year. Gets away from the catcher. The throw will be back to the pitcher. And on the play, Onyet takes second base. So Onyet is at second base. The tying run is at the plate. 3-1 here in the home half of the first. High and tight to McCracken. Three balls, no strikes now the count. McCracken out of Spotsville, Kentucky at Henderson County High School. She is a sophomore. That's right down Main Street for a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. Buford, the first baseman, on deck. Fouled out of play. Runs the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Base hit complete, the second run of the ball game. That's a strike, and that is strike 3 for the first out in the bottom half of the first for the Oaks. Jordan Buford out of Southeastern Illinois Community College, a junior from Paducah, Kentucky. That's right field, that's a base hit. Onyet comes around third and scores. It's 3-2. Buford didn't wait and crunched that one into right field. So the tying run now on base with 1 out. That's going to bring up the veteran Hannah Whistle. Plays a great third base. And that is a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Hannah out of Evansville Rights High School. Veteran is senior on this Oakland City squad. And it's hit in the air right behind us. Walt Ferber, producer, director David Hose. in the turf. Once again at first base is Buford. Wessel hitting at .308. 4 hits, 13 at bats, 3 runs scored, a homer, and 2 runs batted in. No singles. She has hit very well, though. Think she'll get her first single today, Dave? Riser swung through, strike 3. Second strikeout of the ball game for Lizzie Sanders, the pitcher. That's going to bring up Hibbett. Hibbett is the DP today. 200 her average. A little bit high and tight. 1 ball, no strikes. Fouls that one off again. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Cinders, the pitcher for Taylor, 0-2, a 3.23 ERA, and that's high. This is her 3rd appearance, her 3rd game started. She has a complete game, 13 innings, 15 hits, 9 runs, 6 earned, 4 strikeouts, 4 walks, 4 doubles, opposition hitting .313 against her. That's fouled. Been a couple that haven't missed us by much back here. Line to the pitch. Foul territory. Nice play by Sandridge, the 3rd baseman, and that's all for the Oaks in the first, but we have the possibility of having a very offensive ball game today. 5 runs between the 2 teams after 1. It is Taylor 3 and Oakland City University 2. You're watching Oakland City University softball, brought to you by the Gaslight Pizza and Grill, GoMightyOaks.com, and the Go Mighty Oaks YouTube channel. We're back in Evansville. Sonner, first inning, had 34 pitches, 1 hit, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 8 batters faced. One great thing about the game of softball, no 2 games are alike. That is an unusual first inning read. At the strike, 7-8. Now let's take a look. It is 9-1-2 for Taylor here in the top half of the second. Hit the 3rd, whistle, fields, fires, 1 gone. This whistle gets it to Buford in time. 1 out in the Taylor 2nd inning as Standridge comes up to the plate. Sandridge struck out to start the ball game but reached base and ended up being knocked in by a Browning base hit. That's a one hopper to Wessel and 2 5-3s to start the second inning. So 2 up and 2 down. As Lizzie Sanders got a base hit and scored her first time up, will step in. She was knocked in by Everman. Strike on the outside corner. And after 8 batters went up to the plate for Taylor in the first, a chance for them to go down 1-2-3 here in the second. Foul territory. Over the shoulder catch by Wessel. That was an impressive second inning. As Wessel accounts for all 3 outs. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. 1.5 played here at Deaconess Sports Park in Evansville. It is Taylor 3, Oakland City University 2. You're watching Oakland City University softball, brought to you by the Gaslight Pizza and Grill, GoMightyOaks.com, Go Mighty Oaks YouTube channel. We're back. Second inning. First pitch is a strike. Bailey Rhodes, the second baseman, up. It's Rhodes, Grace Butcher, the right fielder, and Casey Wood, the left fielder. That's hit in the air and falls back behind us. Sanders, the first inning. 24 pitches, 2 hits, 2 runs. Neither of them earned. 2 strikeouts, no walks, and 6 batters faced. That's high. Like Cinders has pretty good velocity. Nobody out, bottom half of the second. Hit into foul territory, and we got some third baseman flash and leather, as that was Sandridge, who made an excellent play at third base. And that is 1 out. Grace Butcher in. That's low and inside, 1 ball and no strikes. Butcher at 300, 3 hits, 10 at bats, 2 runs scored. No ribbies as of yet. Strike on the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. That misses just a bit. Grace Butcher, transfer out of Indiana Tech, a junior from Washington, Indiana. In the air to left. That's going to bounce up against the fence, and it's a stand-up double for Butcher with 1 out. So the tying run is at second base with 1 gone. And that is going to bring up the number 9 hitter, the veteran Casey Wood. Wood trying to get this ball game tied up. Wood hitting at 143 with 1 hit, 7 at bats. She's got a run scored. Squares around to bunt and pulls it back, and that is a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Wood, a senior, didn't have far to come to Oakland City, Princeton, Indiana. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Drill foul and out of play down the first base side. Two and one to count. Fouls that one out of play. Two balls and 2 strikes to count. Into left. And the left fielder Vargas makes the play. Go back to the top of the order. Kinsley Heichelbeck, who has scored a run, double to start the home half of the first inning. Kinsley from Wabash Valley College out of Linville, Indiana. She is a senior, this senior-laden Oakland City University team. Right field, a base hit. And we're tied. Heichelbeck with an RBI. Grace Butcher scores from second base. And we're tied at 3. Anya steps up. She knocked a run in her first time up. Got a base hit and scored herself. At the strike. Just getting a piece of that one. 2 strikes. Anya, to transfer from Kentucky Wesleyan College, played her high school softball at Pike Central High School. She's a sophomore. One ball and 2 strikes. And a nice play by the catcher, Messer, as she catches that foul ball, and that's all for the Oaks in second. But they get a run as the leadoff batter, Heichelbeck, gets an RBI. We played 2. It's 3 each. Taylor and Oakland City. You're watching Oakland City University softball, brought to you by the Gaslight Pizza and Grill in Huntingburg. GoMightyOaks.com, the Go Mighty Oaks YouTube channel. We're back. 3, 4, and 5 for Taylor, top half of the third. Mullins steps in, hits that one to Whistle at third. And another 5-3 out. 3 of the last 4 outs have been third to first. The veteran Whistle plays that position exemplary. Delane McCreary, the senior from North Vernon, Indiana. Take that pitch, and that is a strike. No balls, one strike. Morgan Sonner in her third inning of work for Oakland City. Foul tip, it's 0-2. No balls, two strikes. Walt Ferber, producer, director David Hose from Deaconess Sports Park in Evansville, Indiana. We'll have a mixed doubleheader tomorrow. Oakland City women's basketball team closes out their campaign, and that swung on and missed strike three. Fifth strikeout for Sonner, as the Oakland City women will close out against Indiana University Southeast. And after that, 7-2 volleyball team, the men's volleyball team, will be playing. That's knocked out of play. So join us for that doubleheader tomorrow. Is it Georgetown tomorrow, David? The volleyball. Yeah, Georgetown volleyball. IUS for basketball. Outside also for Oakland City, the baseball team has a doubleheader tomorrow. Baseball fans, we're going to get to those. We're going to have a bunch of baseball games. Schedule is just not allowed so yet. It's one hopper to Sonner, and that's a 1-3. And that's kind of the inning that Sonner had, a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. 2.5 played here in Evansville. With the score, Oakland City University 3, Taylor 3. You're watching Oakland City University softball, brought to you by the Gaslight Pizza and Grill in Huntingburg, GoMightyOaks.com, and Go Mighty Oaks YouTube.
We are champions of the character.
Back in Evansville, Cinders 2 innings, 42 pitches, 4 hits, 3 runs, one of them earned. Off-speed pitch hits the outside corner. Strike one. McCracken starting things off for the Oaks here in the third. A one-hopper to Sandridge at third. Throw to first in time, one out here in the bottom half of the third. That'll bring up Jordan Buford. Buford leading the team in hitting, coming in at .455. A homer and 5 runs batted in. 5 hits, 11 at bats coming in. That's hit into left. And that's going to go over the left fielder Vargas's head. You can add to that average as Buford is standing at second base with a one-out double here in the home half of the third. One on, one out. The veteran Hannah Whistle, who struck out on the first, steps in. Hannah 308 with a homer, 2 runs batted in. 4 hits, 13 at bats, and 3 runs scored. And is knocked down by the third baseman to throw to first. What a play. In time. Out recorded 5-3. Sandridge to Everman. Tell you what, both these third basemen from Oakland City and Taylor are playing exemplary defense at third base. So 2 gone. Kat Hibbert will step up now for Oakland City. Hibbert hitting at .200. Strike on the inside corner. High, inside. One ball, one strike. Hibbett from Frontier Community College and a senior out of Owensboro, Kentucky. Had a great year last year. Took something off that one. And that's 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Popped out to third. That's high and tight. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Home half of the third. You know that stuff I talked about, the third baseman playing well? You can continue with that as Sandridge makes another stellar play at third base. That's all for the Oaks. They strand Buford at second. No runs, a hit, no error, 1 left. 3 complete in game 1 today. It is Oakland City University 3 and Taylor 3. You're watching Oakland City University softball, brought to you by the Gaslight Pizza and Grill on GoMightyOaks.com and the Go Mighty Oaks YouTube channel. Back in Evansville, Sonner going into her 4th inning of work. 3 innings, 47 pitches. Only 1 hit, 3 runs, 1 of them earned. Has struck out 5, walked 1, and faced 14 batters. Already moved, long first inning, but the rest of them have gone pretty quick as we're heading into the top half of the 4th inning. Misses low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes to Everman, who knocked in 2 runs. It's been the big base knock for Taylor back in the first. Had his hit into right center field. Heichelbeck goes a long way in right center. The center fielder makes the play, and there's 1 gone here in the top half of the 4th inning. That'll bring Messer to the plate. Just misses outside. Slow into to short. Anya to first. And that's 6-3 on the out. So 2 up, 2 down to the Taylor 4th inning. That was not an easy play for Anya at the shortstop, and the first baseman Buford picked it nicely up out of the turf. Moore steps in. That just misses outside. Moore, a sophomore from Leo, Indiana. Misses inside, and it's 2 balls, no strikes. Wide the 2-0. Fouled out of play, 2 balls and a strike. Kitchen, the center fielder on deck, the number 9 hitter for Taylor. That's low. Sonner takes care of business against Moore. It would be the 3rd consecutive 1-2-3 inning for her in the circle. Ball 4. That is a walk. Second walk of the ball game for Sonner. And the center fielder Kitchen steps in. She's 0 for 1 today. That is a strike. No balls, 1 strike to J.C. Kitchen. 5'2" sophomore out of Butler, Indiana, and Eastside High School. And hits the outside corner, and that's a strike. No balls and 2 strikes. Misses outside with a waste pitch there. J.C. Kitchen hitting at .308 coming into the contest today. 1 hopper to Sonner, and that's the out, and ends the inning. 1-3 on the out, and in the inning for Taylor. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. 3.5 of the books, game 1 of the doubleheader today. It is Oakland City University 3, Taylor 3. You're watching Oakland City University softball, brought to you by the Gaslight Pizza and Grill in Huntingburg on GoMightyOaks.com and the Go Mighty Oaks YouTube channel. We're back. Substitution for Taylor. A new left fielder is going to be Madison Rayleigh, a junior out of Louisville, Kentucky. That's hit well. But that new left fielder we just talked about, Rayleigh just made a tremendous play in left field. And there is 1 gone as Bailey Rhodes crunched that thing. And there's 1 gone as Butcher steps in. Got a base hit. Double. Scored in the 2nd inning. 3-3 the score. 1 ball, no strikes to the number 8 hitter Rhodes. In the infield, pitcher Cinders will take it. There's 2 gone. Number 9 hitter Casey Wood, the senior out of Princeton, Indiana, will step in. She is pretty much, well, not pretty much, she's been a producer from the get-go for this Oakland City team. Riser high. Have a little glare today, but you know what? I'll take it because we have the glare because that sun is out. 2-0. Misses high and tight, 3-0. But Wood always had a good eye, and she's got excellent speed. You get her on base, you do a lot of really good things. Strike on the inside corner. 3 balls, 1 strike to Wood. Kinsley Heichelbeck is on deck and hoping to get a shot here in the 4th. hit the second. That's 4-3 on the out. Moore to Everman, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Oakland City in the fourth. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base for completing game one of the doubleheader. It is Oakland City University 3, Taylor 3. You're watching Oakland City University softball, brought to you by the Gaslight Pizza and Grill on GoMightyOaks.com and the Go Mighty Oaks YouTube channel. Back at Evansville, Saunders done well today. 4 innings, 60 pitches. He hit 3 runs, only one of them earned. 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 18 batters faced. As we're heading into the top half of inning number 5. That is a strike. Top of the order. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, top of the order. Standridge at the plate. That's a strike on the inside corner. Standridge struck out of the first but reached base after striking out and scored the first run of the ball game. Outside, bounced out. Third to first, whistle to Buford in the second. Up again here in the top half of the fifth in a 3-3 ball game. That's hit into shot. No, that's not going to get out of the infield. Bailey Rhodes, the second baseman, takes that one for the first out of the fifth inning. Lizzie Sanders, the pitcher, up now. A base hit. Scored a run in the first. She was knocked in by Everman. That's a ball, 1 ball, and no strikes. Cinders, a freshman out of Clay City, Indiana. Clay City High School. That is low, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Just looked around. We got a nice crowd here today. And to left. Nice over-the-shoulder catch by the veteran Wood. 2 out in the fifth. Grace Mullins up now. Walked and scored on the first, bounced out third to first in the third. Mullins, a junior out of Jeffersonville, Indiana, and the Christian Academy, and that's a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Nice folks down at the Christian Academy. I've got a chance to do some sporting events there. That is fouled off. No balls and 1 strike. Nothing going yet for Taylor of the fifth. And 2 out. Good softball game we're being treated to here on this Friday afternoon. Misses high and outside. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Drill foul. Yeah, 3 up, 3 down to the second and the third. A lot of walk of the fourth. So after the skittish first inning, Morgan Saunders pitched extraordinarily well for the Mighty Oaks. Fouled off again. It stays at 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's a whistle at third. She's a vacuum cleaner there. I mean, she has been something else. I think it's about the 5th assist on that for the day. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. We have played 4.5 here at Evansville at Deaconess Sports Park. We're tied at 3. You're watching Oakland City University softball, brought to you by the Gaslight Pizza and Grill in Huntingburg on GoMightyOaks.com and the Go Mighty Oaks YouTube channel. Back at Deaconess Sports Park, top of the order for the Oaks. High and outside, 1 ball and no strikes to Heichelbeck. He's had a pretty good day so far. Base hit, doubled, and scored in the first. RBI hit in the second. Here's the strike. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. That's going to just miss, and it's 2-1. Heichelbeck, 333 coming in to today. High and outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. A lot of offense early, but both pitchers have pretty much been shut down for a while now. 3-1 to Heichelbeck. Rips out when fouls straight back. Heichelbeck from Linville, Indiana, senior from Wabash Valley College. Batting left-handed. Down the left field line. Foul ball. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes to Heichelbeck. Cracks out into left center. By golly, she is going to touch them all. Heck with that single and double stuff this time. It is 4-3. Oakland City University has their 4th lead of the day. Pardon me? First lead, what did I say? Oh, no, it's not the 4th lead. It's the 4th run. I tell you what, without David here, heaven only knows what would happen to me. That is the first lead. It is 4-3 Oakland City. And with that, Heichelbeck also gets her 3rd run batted in of the year. Blowing outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Walt Ferber, producer, director David Hose, Deaconess Sports Park at Evansville. That's going to miss inside. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Strike on the inside corner. Tell you what, Lizzie Sanders has pitched pretty well for Taylor today, too. Though Heichelbeck has done a lot of damage. Heichelbeck Doubled and scored in the first, had an RBI hit in the second, and just touched them all with that solo home run here in the home half of the fifth. Anya at the shortstop at the plate now. She has knocked a run in the first, fouled out in the second, up again in the fifth. That is hit into left field. And drawing a bead on that one is Rayleigh, the right fielder. And that's the first out of the inning. McCracken coming to the plate, working an 0-for-2 ball game. Has done a great job behind the plate. First pitch is a strike. Young lady out of Spotsville, Kentucky. That's a strike. Where we played at Henderson. It's UHSP, about a block and a half away from her high school. Strike on the inside corner. 4-3 Oakland City, bottom half of inning number 5. One out. Swing and a miss, and that is all for McCracken. And that's going to leave it up to the first baseman, Buford, who's 2-for-2 for the day. Buford out of Southeast Illinois Community College from Paducah, Kentucky. A junior. Fouled, straight back. Be about a half hour or so in between games, and we'll be back for game 2. Riser high. One ball and one strike. Foul down the first baseline. 1-2. I don't know if we're going to get to the point where we're going to be able to shed layers of clothes. That's hit the second. 4-3 on the out, more to Everman. And that's the inning. I don't know if we'll get to shed them, but it's a little nicer than it was earlier. In the inning, Eichelbeck gives Oakland City the lead. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. We played 5 in game 1 with the score Oakland City University 4, Taylor 3. You're watching Oakland City University softball, brought to you by the Gaslight Pizza and Grill in Huntingburg, GoMightyOaks.com, and the Go Mighty Oaks YouTube channel.
We are champions of the character.
We're back at Deaconess Sports Park. Sonner goes into inning 6, 5 innings, 73 pitches, 1 hit, 3 runs, 1 earned run, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 21 batters faced. Had the inning of the first where 8 Taylor players batted, but since then she has pitched an exemplary contest. For Taylor, here in the 6th, 5, 6, and 7 coming to the plate. The shortstop, Bella Browning, will step in first. Misses just a little bit high. That is a strike. Double checking on that number. That is actually McCreary. That is McCreary at the plate. Ah, yeah. I got it. Can tell it's early season for me with the book, too. McCreary is struck out twice. Delaney McCreary is senior out of North Vernon, Indiana, Jennings County High School. That is a strike. 2-2. Line the 2-2 pitch. It's a little bit high. That was close. And ball 4. Leadoff walk in the 6th inning. So tying run is at first with nobody out. That'll bring up Everman. Knocked in 2 in the first, flew out to center field, and Heichelbeck in the 4th. Hit foul territory. Wow. Butcher flashing some pretty good leather there for out number 1 as she catches that one in foul territory. So 1 on, 1 out. That'll bring Messer to the plate to catch her. And misses. 1 ball, no strikes. Foul straight back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Foul down the third base line. Addison Messer hitting at 154. 2 hits, 13 at bats, no run scored, does have an RBI. That's fouled out of play. As a team, Taylor is hitting at 260. One, 2. Foul, just getting a piece of that's 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that is strike 3. And that is the second time that Messer's struck out today. And that's 2 outs. Sixth strikeout of the ball game for Sonner. That is a strike. No balls and 1 strike to Moore. Struck out in the first, walked in the 4th. Just misses inside. Browning now at second base, dancing off second. Would be the tying run at second base right now. Hit the shortstop, and Onyet holds on to the ball, which I think was probably the smart thing to do. So Moore is on at first, Browning with the tying run at third. Number 9 hitter, Kitchen, will step in, and there's a conference in the circle. So Oakland City trying to get out of trouble here in the top half of inning number 6. Going to be a pinch hitter coming up now. Sanchez will be hitting in the 9 spot for Taylor. That is a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Sanchez, 3 at bats, looking for her first base hit. That's a strike, though. She has scored a run. Brooke Sanchez, a senior from Goshen, Indiana. Off-speed pitch outside, throw back to third. Runner back. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Sanchez. Misses outside and evens the count at 2-2. Stanridge, the leadoff hitter, on deck for Taylor. Foul back and it stays at 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sauter at 89 pitches. Onyet has trouble with the ball hit to her, and we're tied at 4. Browning will score from third base. Runners at first and second as Moore goes to second. Sanchez is on at first. And Stanridge, who is 0 for 3, but scored a run, struck out, reached base in the first and scored. Bounced out third to first in the second and popped out to second, and Bailey Rhodes in the 5th. We're in the 6th. Running at second base will be Claire Duncan. Duncan, a sophomore out of Frankton High School in Frankton, Indiana, will be running at second base for Moore. Slapped into left center. That's trouble. That's a base hit. Taylor's going to take the lead. They score 2, and it's 6-4 Taylor. Old-fashioned slap hitting by Stanridge. We'll bring in Duncan running at second base, and Sander from first. And it's 6-4 Taylor here in the top half of the 6th. That is hit into shallow right. Not going to get out of the infield, but the right fielder, Butcher, comes in and makes the play. And it's a big inning for Taylor as they come up with 3 runs in the top half of the 6th. They retake the lead. After 5.5 innings, it's Taylor 6, Oakland City 4. You're watching Oakland City University softball, brought to you by the Gaslight Pizza and Grill in Huntingburg and GoMightyOaks.com and the Go Mighty Oaks YouTube channel. The catcher, Otis Messer, re-enters, and the second baseman, number 6, Brooke Sanchez. Actually, she's going to stay in the ball game. That is hit into foul territory. And is quickly one out for Oakland City in the 6th. As Hannah Whistle fouls out to the first baseman. And that's going to bring Hibbett to the plate, 0 for 2. Riser high, 1 ball, no strikes. Hibbett hitting at 200. Oakland City hitting at 274. That's high. Well, you get her on base, then you would have the tying run coming to the plate. That's a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Foul straight back. And that is fouled out of play. 2 and 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the 6th. It's been an exciting ball game today. Back and forth. Overall, pretty good pitching. Fouled out of play again. And Hibbett stays alive in the at-bat. Catherine Hibbett, Cat, from Frontier Community College, and a senior from Owensboro, Kentucky. That is fouled off the screen. Stays at 2 and 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's low. Full count to Hibbett. He's the DP today. Plays outfield and first base, does those well. That's ball 4. 1 out in the 6th, and that brings the tying run to the plate. Bailey Rhodes coming up, and that's also going to bring a conference in the circle. Cinders, 5 1/3 innings, 89 pitches, 6 hits, 4 runs, only 2 of them earned. Has struck out 3, walked 1, and has faced 24 batters. And a good top half of the inning turned a 1-run Oakland City advantage into a 2-run Taylor advantage. Cinders remains in the contest. Rhodes comes up 0 for 2. Misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Riser high, 2 balls, no strikes. That's fouled out of play. Two balls and 1 strike. And misses, and it's 3 and 1. Bailey Rhodes, one of the many seniors from Mount Vernon High School, Mount Vernon, Indiana, where she was a Wildcat there. And looks like that's going to drop. Base hit. Runners at first and second as Hibbert makes her way to second base. So the tying run is now at first base. And the lead run is at first. We got a pinch runner. That's Cross. It's going to be running. A sophomore from Selma, Indiana, and Wapahani High School. And she does a lot of running, obviously very fast. So Cross is at first. Hibbert at second base. That is a strike, no balls, and one strike to Butcher. She doubled in the second and scored, popped out to the pitcher in the fourth. Butcher from Washington, Indiana, transferring from Indiana Tech. 2 strikes to count. Swing and a miss. And that's all for Butcher. A nice pitch by Lizzie Cinders. That's going to leave it up to Casey Wood, the veteran out of Princeton High School. 0 for 2 on the day. She's hitting at 143. That is high. 1 ball, no strikes. Played like she was going to butt. She's got really good speed. Eichelbeck on deck, hoping to get a crack here in the 6th. That's high, and it's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. The pick to throw to first. These umpires have done a good job, but I would maybe disagree with that a little bit. That's all for the Oaks in the 6th. And we have played 6 complete. Taylor 6, Oakland City 4. You're watching Oakland City University softball, brought to you by the Gaslight Pizza and Grill, GoMightyOaks.com, and the Go Mighty Oaks YouTube channel. Back at Evansville, Sauter's day is done. 6 innings, 97 pitches, 2 hits, 6 runs. Only one of them earned. Struck out 6, walked 3, 28 batters faced. Paige McDaniel is the new pitcher for Oakland City University, and we'll give you her stats as time allows. As we're in the top half of the 7th. And that is low and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. At the plate, Lizzie Cinders. That's into left field. That's a base hit by Cinders. As Cinders leads off the 7th with a base hit. So 1 on, nobody out. Mullins at the plate. And that is fouled. Grace Mullins, a junior out of Jeffersonville, Indiana. At the strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Open stance for the junior. That's a strike, and that's 1 gone in the 7th. McDaniel 0-2 with a 6.46 ERA. 3rd appearances, 2 games started. 8 2/3 innings, 15 hits, 9 runs, 8 earned. Struck out 5 walked, 3 2 doubles, 1 homer. A .349 batting average against. And in at second base is Mullen. That's foul back. Riser a little bit high. Gets away from the catcher, and Mullins goes to 3rd. Now baseball underway at Conkler now. Have a single game today. That's hit into left field, and it's 7-4 Taylor. Browning it at second base with an RBI. 7-4 Taylor. Gonna have to take a big bottom of the 7th for the Oaks now. Conference in the circle. It's Burgers starting in game 2 for Oakland City today, at least slated to. Oh, that you don't see every day. We got a timeout because the umpire, and I see now the umpire has blood, is bleeding currently. That is the home plate umpire. Taylor would pick up their 2nd win of the year. Pardon me, it is Browning stepping in. One to Hopper, to McDaniel, will throw to first in time. And there are 2 gone as Everman is up now. Big hit in the first, 2 RBI single, 1 for 3 for the day. and the turf. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, the first thing is to get that third out and then go out and see what you can do in the home half of the 7th. Hit the whistle at third. She's automatic. 5-3 on the out. And that is all for Taylor. But they add another one. It's 7-4 Taylor. We're going to the home half of the 7th. You're watching Oakland City University softball, brought to you by the Gaslight Pizza and Grill, GoMightyOaks.com, the Go Mighty Oaks YouTube channel. We're back. If you're an Oakland City fan, it's time to get the rally caps on. But they got the top of the order to do it here in the home half of the 7th. Strike on the inside corner to Kinsley Heichelbeck, who is 3 for 3. Doubled and scored on the first, knocked a run in the second, and hit a solo home run in the 5th. Into foul territory. Third baseman Sandrich makes the play, and there's one gone in the 7th inning. Anya in, a scheduled hitter, and is up for the Oaks. We have about a half hour between games, then we'll be back with the second game here. Walt Ferber, producer-director David Hose for the Gaslight Pizza and Grill. Well, at the start, that's a base hit to right field by Anya, who is now 2 for 4 on the day. As the catcher McCracken comes up. McCracken, a really good hitter, but has had a little bit of a slow start out of the gate this year. But you get McCracken up, and then you have the tying run coming to the plate. Anya, good speed at first. And that is high. 1 ball, no strikes. Cinders at 103 pitches. That's a strike. 8 hits, 4 runs, 2 of them earned. 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, 29 batters faced. A foul ball. Third baseman calls for it. Sandrich makes the play. The Oaks are down to their final out. And the first baseman, Jordan Buford, will be the hitter. Leading the team at a .455 batting average. Need to get her on base. That's slowing outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Fouled out of play. One ball, 1 strike to Buford. Low and outside, 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. And to left. Rayleigh, the left fielder, makes the play, and that's the ball game. Game number 1 is in the books as it is the final score 7-4, as that is the second win of the year for Taylor. 7 runs, 4 hits, 1 error for Taylor. Oakland City University actually out-hit them. 4 runs, 8 hits, and 3 errors. The winning pitcher is Cinders, who goes the distance, while it will be Sauter taking the loss for Oakland City. We'll be back in about a half hour. As always, want to thank producer-director David Hose. Want to thank you for watching, and we'll be back in just a little bit. A reminder, you are watching Oakland City University softball on GoByTheOaks.com and the Go By The Oaks YouTube channel.